Hello everyone, I'm Kim Kasiaka along with Charity Heimerman. We'd like to welcome you to another edition of YPN News. School shootings are at an all-time high. Incidents such as bullying, teen pregnancies, and drug abuse are all on the rise. It's got teachers, parents, and government leaders searching for answers to these seemingly insurmountable problems.
And of course, Kim, our youth are constantly indoctrinated with negative influences that have only made matters worse. But some are saying that a peaceful classroom is possible with morals being taught to our children. Joining us now is Irma Gallegos, a high school teacher of 17 years in Laredo, Texas, and a huge supporter of the character education program, The Peaceful Solution. Thank you, Irma, for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. It's my pleasure.
Irma, I'm interested to know exactly how you first learned about the Peaceful Solution, and what was it about this program that made you think that it could not only work in your classroom, but in every classroom?
Yes, like you said, I've been teaching for 17 years, and I've had the opportunity to teach other programs. And very quickly, every time I would start a new character education program in my class, I would run into contradictions. And so I ran across the Peaceful Solution character education program. And I was sold. I was sold because, first of all, the lesson plans, very well organized. If you follow your lesson plan, it just flows. I mean, there's no way of getting it wrong. The lesson plans are prepared for you. You don't have to do any lesson planning. It's there. It's already written for you. And so that was the first thing that caught my attention, because for the other programs it wasn't like that. I mean, it's like they give you all this information and then you have to figure it out how to set it up and how to run it. And so with this program, it just it had everything that as a teacher I was needing and looking for.
And in the Laredo Independent School District, there's about 67,000 students. Mm-hmm. And you probably remember back in 2013 when the LISD trustee Rick Garza had advocated bringing back corporal punishment into the classroom. He said that, "I hear time and time again that the teachers are losing control of the classrooms." Do you agree with that view, and what kind of problems have you seen in the high school?
Okay, yes, I do agree with the part that teachers are losing control of their classrooms. I have seen it time and time again. Many teachers are losing control of their classrooms. We do see the problems of bullying, the issues with bullying, with drugs, like you mentioned, teen pregnancies, violent behavior. Sometimes it's not even against another student, but violent behavior, throwing chairs, that kind of thing. So the assaults, you know. So we do face a lot of issues. Our youth is facing tremendous pressure, negative influences. But I don't believe corporal punishment, bringing corporal punishment back into the classroom will solve any of those issues. I don't think that is the answer. I don't believe that is the answer.
If the schools with all their latest techniques can't keep control, how much more the parents?
I really believe the answer lies in teaching character education to our students.
Now, Irma, earlier we talked a little bit about how negative influences make matters worse, and I'm sure, like you said, you've seen that within your own classroom or in your school setting. In 2014, a wave of corruption swept across Laredo and Webb County, which I'm sure you're aware of, where 6 officials were arrested in just a 7-month period for crimes such as money laundering, extortion, organized crime, and even cocaine possession. Seeing that these are the type of leaders in the community of Laredo, and also we know that that's everywhere else in every community, how do you think this affects the young people who may look up to these officials? And how do you think that the Peaceful Solution can combat the negative influences from these corrupt leaders?
Well, I believe the Peaceful Solution is the answer to any problem. The Peaceful Solution teaches about negative and positive influences. And so what I see is that my students are getting ready and prepared to become the next positive moral leaders of our community. And they're striving for that. You know, they're saying, right now we're practicing how to become positive leaders because our community needs it.
And that's what we're seeing now, where not only in local communities, but everywhere, that we really do need those positive leaders.
Absolutely.
And that's being taught in your classroom, how to be a positive leader.
Yeah, and that's great. It sounds like it can work on every level, and then teach the leaders, and then show the youth what they need to do to become those positive leaders.
Yes.
Irma, last time when we spoke to you at a Peaceful Solution conference back in October, you told us about some great things that were going on in your classroom. Can you give us an update about some of those projects?
Yes, actually, we had some new projects going on for the whole school, and that because of budget cuts, that had to be placed in the back burner. So the project about training other teachers had to be placed on hold. Well, very quickly we ran into the same cycle we were in last year, where other teachers were having discipline problems, they were having attendance problems, academic scores were low.
And none of those were in your class?
None of those were my students, not in my classroom. We had last year, my students' academic scores on the state exams, they were the highest from all the school. And so that's how we got corporate office involved, wanting them, they came to Laredo wanting for me to teach the other teachers so that they could teach this program in their classroom, and so that we could have this across, these results across the whole school. Well, like I said, budget cuts and everything else got us, back to where we were last year, where it was only being implemented in my classroom. Well, now we see that in December, I had 4 students test, multiple tests. Well, all 4 passed all their tests. So in January, we had corporate office back again, because my classroom averages 98% attendance weekly. I don't have discipline problems, and academic scores for my students are impressive. So they said, we're here to find a solution to a grave problem that we have. I said, well, it's the same grave problem you had last year, and we already had a solution. They know where the solution lies. My students have been a great testimonial that this program works, and it works very well when it's taught diligently every day. Not just academically, but like I said, my attendance, their scores, and the behavior. I don't have discipline problems in my classroom. On the contrary, my students sometimes prevent some of the discipline disturbances that occur sometimes in the hallways. It's my students who say, no, we don't behave like that. No, we don't do that. It's my students teaching other students, that are not in their classroom. So you can see how this program it's a ripple effect.
It's wonderful. And it's so great to see you working with the youth, and the youth has so much potential, and it looks like they just need a little bit of redirection in the right direction, and it looks like you have it there, and in such a short amount of time to make that change.
Irma, any last words that you'd like to say?
Yes, I would like to take this opportunity to invite anybody, teachers, administrators, any kind of leader, that we're all in some kind of position where we can make a difference, and join us at the next Peace Conference coming up at towards the last part of April. So I would encourage anybody who is watching to please join us for this event and become a part of a positive difference that we can make out there.
Great, and we hope to see you at the conference. We'll try to catch up with you when we're there in the conference in April.
Yes, looking forward to it.
Irma, you're an inspiration not only for teachers, but anybody who would feel like there's just a lost cause, our children there's no way of saving our youth. We can see now that all it takes is just a few minutes every morning to teach that character, and in turn maybe even the administration will see that positive behavior can up their scores, and see that they're, if they do teach this, that they will start to see a rise in attendance, and their scores will go up higher, because like you said, that's what they look for, and they'll see that this program can greatly increase that.
Yeah, they'll find the success that they're looking for.
Yes.
And if you are a teacher like Irma, or a parent, or even a concerned citizen, we want to encourage you to get this program, the Peaceful Solution Character Education Program. And here's information that you need to contact them. Visit their website at peacefulsolution.org or call them at 1-888-613-9494 so that you, like Irma, can make a positive difference in our world today. And that does conclude our edition of YPN News. I'm Charity Heimerman.
And I'm Kim Kaziaka. On behalf of all of us here at YPN News, thanks for watching.